Yeah. I would like to remind the audience today that Nelson Mandela used to say and used to write in his book, if you want to know how a government treat its citizen, you go to the prison, go to the lockup. And I think Zana, you were the Sohakam commissioner, you've been to the prison, yeah. So I stay in the prison, detained without trial under the ISA. The situation was horrible. Okay, that's a one benchmark. As far as I can understand from Meredith said, she tried to portray and try to give a certain benchmarking that the question of democracy, liberalization, and human right is a measure of how much is the contribution of an NGO, or civil society. That's fair. To me, what we are facing in Malaysia now is a concept that is very alien in the context of democracy. What is more prominent in the mind of the politician, which way that we all decide or that side, is to state that government and power, authority is everything. To say that government is total. Yeah. Once you are in the government, you are always right. This has been for ages, for decades in Malaysia. So the treatment towards civil society is always suspicious. They always suspect the formation of new NGO. They make it difficult. They make it very to the level that I think CIS finally decided not to go to ROS, but to go to ROC to register. This has been the practice in our country, in Malaysia. I used to lead the Proton Committee of Jemaah Islam Malaysia. When we want to form, it's very difficult. We need to wait until close to 2 years. And they are very cautious that they want to make sure that the new NGO is registered as purely NGO with nominal or nothing to do with politics. They want us to be non-partisan to the level that they make sure that even the name be registered as Jemaah Islah Malaysia, JIM. They want to make sure that the name can be turned into a political activism by making sure that we are forced to add to the point the name Pertubuhan, Jemaah Islam Malaysia. It's superfluous because Jemaah is Pertubuhan. Jemaah is a party, can call. They insisted that the name Jemaah can be changed to reshape the role of JIM as a political activism. So that is the level. So in the history of my involvement in NGO, overseas and local, the issue of trying to portray a coherent, comprehensive approach of struggle, what we believe as change agent of the society, is very difficult. So one point that I can understand from my effort, my work in the NGO field, is that we must change this notion that government is total. To us, government is not total, but it is a sum total of conscience of the citizen, the activism of the civil societies, the harmony, the coordination of power between the state authority and civil societies. This is what I believe insofar as NGO is concerned. So what we need to do is to ensure that in the development of democracy in our country, in Malaysia, the role of NGO, the civil societies, must be seen as independent, stand by its own, and willing to bring new changes to the society. But the difficulty, I'm sharing this with you, we have Islamic Party, Parti Islam Malaysia, a party that suspend my membership for 1 year. Then we have Islamic NGO, Muslim NGO. The problem we are facing to ensure changes, contribution of members of the citizen of our country through whether political party or NGOs as coherent as possible is made difficult by the concept that the notion of, they call it as yang berbagai ta'adud jamaah. Ta'adud jamaah means many organization that is working for Islam. So insofar as PAS, Parti Islam Malaysia, they claim they are the only organization that has the rightful right to talk about Islam. So all other NGO must stay under them. So this at least have been changed during the Reformasi time, 1999, 1998, when there's a Reformasi time. Then what the late Ferdinand did was to approach all the Islamic NGO to work together. Insofar as that worked well. Insofar as PAS was willing to talk in common terms with various Islamic NGO that is well organized and that can achieve certain area of effective contribution by Islamic Muslim NGO. But to a point that I realized the contribution of Islamic or Muslim NGO is still nominal in areas and various areas of changes in the society, like human right, minority right, economic, disability justice, and all area. We are quite lacking. So the most effective area in this area are the Chinese NGO, the non-Muslim NGO. They are very focused. Their members are small in number. SIS, for example, Suaram, for example, Gerald there with NGO, Komas, Hanaha. They are very vigilant in handling and tackling the issues of the society, especially on human rights and justice. So we are facing this situation that the government is always suspicious of the activity of NGO. It is very difficult for a big NGO to move, except you work together in a common agenda. So what I can see from the recent development on the growth of activism of NGO or civil society is we must emphasize on citizen politics. Yeah, citizen politics. We need to say we are always warned previously by the government that you shouldn't go into partisan political politics. You must align yourself to the government. I remember when I was detained for the first time under the ISA. When I was released, I was approached by many UMNO guys. They wanted me to meet up with Tun Mahathir. Wow, very special man. The whole idea was, at that time, the NGO that I led was seen as Malay professional, Malay intellectuals. Under my organization, there were around 400 PhDs holder in JIM at that time, and person like the minister during that time, Fauzi Abdul Rahman, now a PKR member. Yeah. He was worried that good NGO, to them, good Malay NGO, they are still racial in their approach, like ABIM, like JIM, aligned to the opposition. So they want to make sure that I meet Mahathir, see Mahathir, talk to Mahathir, and say that I would lead JIM to be a friend of UMNO on Barisan Nasional. Because when I was detained under DISA, the whole session of interrogation was to force me not to go against the government, not to be friend of opposition, but be loyal to the government and just tell them which seat you want to contest. They will make sure that you will win as Barisan Nasional candidate. This is how far they go. But this is all bluff. I cannot, of course, I do not believe in their bluffing. So finally, the meeting with Mahathir did not materialize, simply because when during a meeting I was in Markas Tarbiyah PAS Taman Melewa, Fauzi Abdul Rahman wanted me to fax something. I faxed the letter to him by using the fax machine in PAS headquarters. When Mahathir want to see more about me, Fauzi Abdul Rahman gave the fax letter, and Mahathir, I don't know what's so smart about him. He immediately looked at the number and he recognized that is number of PAS headquarters. Immediately he threw. I cannot see this guy because he's very pro-PAS. Simply because my fax was using the machine in the headquarters of PAS. So this you can understand. Throughout our interrogation, our friend like Teng Chua, Syamsuddin Rais and various other friends, when we were interrogated, when we were detained under DISA, the whole 60 days interrogation was to turn around. What you call it? Turn around. Turn over. Forget about the term. To turn over that we shouldn't be active as NGO activists for the opposition. So this paradigm is very practical, yeah, because the whole idea of NGO previously in the history of Malaysian independence has been infiltrated by the special branch. And they are still using, they are still trained, they are still brainwashed. These investigating officers of the special branch, they always suspect session like this. Do you think there is no special branch? You want session like this, they will have one or two special branch, or at least informal. We can understand this is the way they see NGO, civil society, that is in conflict to their interests. So I will stop there by saying that we are facing a long way to go. My idealism is that there's no border between political activism, political party politics, and citizen politics. I've undergone that process. I was active in NGO. I was working together with Gerak, with the coalition of NGOs plus political parties during the reformasi time. I was detained under the DISA 2 times. Then I helped a lot, my wife, my family. Then again, we understand that the special branch is always wanting to make sure that there's no active element in the country that is going against the government. Then again, we know what to do. Then we continue our struggle. Then the suspicion is still around. But the rakyat makin berani hari ini. Dan oleh karena itu, kita berharap insyaAllah suasana ini akan berubah. Terima kasih.